Good morning, children. We are again meeting for our online class. This is a session for students of class 9 and the subject is computer science. We are going to start with chapter 6D, more features of word processor. The topics that we would be covering in today's session are tables, inserting tables, drawing tables, formatting a table, inserting a row and a column, deleting a row or a column, applying table styles, merging and splitting cells, and then deleting a table. So these are the topics that we would be covering in today's session. First of all, let us understand what is the meaning of a table, or what do you understand by table in context of word processor. A table is an organized arrangement of data in rows and columns. That means if you want to represent your data in a form of a table or a tabular representation, in that case you can say I am creating a table. That means any data that is represented in the grid of rows or columns and you are writing your data inside those cells. That means the intersection of row and column is nothing but a cell. So that is nothing but a table. So tables are useful for various tasks such as presenting text information and numerical data. Now in case if you want to display the data of, let's say, 5 students with different you can say characteristics as their name or roll number or final percentage, instead of writing it as a sentence or as a phrase, you would prefer to have it in a tabular manner so that it becomes easy to understand and read. Cell is a single unit or a rectangle. It is the intersection of row and column. To move from one cell to another cell, we make use of tab key. So whenever you work in table in Word, and if you want to move on to the next cell to write anything, you can simply make use of a tab key. Automatically the cursor will move on to the next cell towards right hand side. Let us see how would you insert table in your document. There are different ways to insert a table. To create a table using table grid, what are the steps? On the insert tab in the tables group, click down the drop down arrow of table. Now you can refer the figure 1 that is given in your book. Step 2, drag your mouse over the diagram squares and choose the number of rows and columns. This is the image. If you move on to the insert tab in tables group, you will see a screen something like this. It will show you a grid like structure, and from here you can simply select as per your requirement. If you move towards your right hand side, that would be talking about the number of columns you want to have. If you move towards down, that would be defining how many rows you want to have in your table, and accordingly you can simply select the check boxes, and those many rows and columns will be displayed in the table that you are designing. Step 3, in the insert table dialog box, enter the number of columns and rows. Now this is also possible in case if you want to insert any specific number of rows and columns, that can be done by mentioning it. And then you say click OK. You will see the table for the defined number of rows and columns. So this way you can simply have a table in your document. Formatting a table. Now one important thing, children, that figure 2, insert table dialog box, this is actually our option to convert the table into the text. In that case we would be needing it. So just leave it like that only. Let us come back to the normal sequence, that is formatting a table. When you talk about formatting a table, formatting enhances the appearance of a table or text in a document. Table tool is a contextual tab with 2 tabs, namely design and layout. Now this is very important, children. Suppose you have already designed a table and you want to have it, you want to make it more attractive or more showy or more fancy. In that case you can simply apply any style of your choice from the available choice and you can see the effect on the table that you have chosen. One important thing, children, if you want to make use of this feature, you will have to select your table first and then choose the option. This is the prerequisite for any activity. If you want to perform any action on any object, you have to select that particular object and then activate the command. So formatting enhances the appearance of the table or the text in the document. Table tool is a contextual tab with two tabs, in fact two sub-tabs, namely design and layout. So let us see how your table will look in case if you apply any of the format. You simply have to select it, automatically that particular style will be applied on the chosen table. Next is insert a row or a column. Now before I talk about this, suppose you have designed a table which is actually storing the record of your class, maybe your roll number, your name and your let us say final percentage in the last class, something like that. After you have designed a table, after you have entered a record, maybe I ask you to add a name of one more student somewhere in between, maybe as per the alphabetical order, the name has to be added somewhere in between the table. That means maybe after serial number 2 you want to include the record of a new student. So in that case you would require to insert a row. Second thing, if suppose I want you to include one more data of all students, let's say I want to include date of birth also for all students, in that case I would be requiring to insert a new column for the data. So now you just refer the contents that are given in the book. For inserting a row and a column, the steps are given over here. Place the cursor anywhere in the row or column adjacent to which you want to add a row. Now this is a very important statement. Wherever you want to insert a row or a column, you will have to place your cursor accordingly. Under table tools on the layout tab in the rows columns, now you can see that all these data are written in bold because they are important. They are talking about the various options in terms of tabs and groups and the option itself. So please be very careful about it. Click from the 4 option. Now it will give you 4 choices. Insert above, that means wherever your current cursor is, you want to insert above it. Insert below, if your cursor is at line number 3 and you are inserting a row, so do you want to have it as line number 4, something like that. Or insert left and right. Now insert left and right are applicable when you are inserting a column. Be very careful. Lots of important things are not exclusively mentioned in the book, so listen to me carefully. When you are making use of insert above and below, actually you are making use of inserting a row. If you are saying insert left and right, that means you are inserting a column. The row or column will get inserted. Instead of off, it should be or. So there are little mistakes, just keep correcting it. Then delete a row or a column. Now in case if you want to delete a row or a column, suppose one student has taken a TC and you want to remove his record, in that case you would be required to delete entire row. Or maybe I say I don't want to have this final percentage of last class in my table, in that case you would be required to delete a column. Or maybe I don't want a table altogether, in that case I would be required to delete the table. So these are the various activities that can be performed. You can delete a row, you can delete a column, or you can delete the entire table. To delete a row or a column, follow the steps. Select the row or column. Now you can see that choosing the object or the item that you want to work on is the prime requirement. You have to choose that, you have to select that. Select the row or column and then follow the steps. Under the table tools on the layout tab in the row column groups, click delete drop down. Choose the option from the column. Now you can just refer the image that you see here on the screen. If you click on the delete, you can see 4 options as delete cells, delete columns, delete rows and delete tables. So accordingly you choose and that particular activity will be performed. If you are opting for delete rows, entire row will be deleted. If you are opting delete column. After placing the pointer at any specific column, that particular whole column will be deleted. If you say delete cells, it will just remove a cell from the table, and if you want to delete the entire table will get deleted. Method 2, select the row or column, and then you can simply right click the context menu, select from the 4 options, shift cells left, shift cells up, delete entire row or delete entire column. So this is the second method of deleting the cell or a column or a row. You can do it directly by pressing the right mouse button, and then this dialog box that you see here as figure 9 will appear on the screen, and you can just select any of the radio button as per your requirement and say OK. So this way you can simply delete the cell or entire row or entire column. Next is applying a table style. That concept of style we just talked about. Fancy style that is there on the screen that can be just applied on the table that you want. Let us see. Step 2, under the table tool on the design tab, in the table style group, click the desired style. Now you can just refer figure 10 that is given in your book. Whole lot of styles, a good combination of different styles are available over here. You simply have to select anyone as per your choice. That particular style will be applied on the chosen table. Now again, prerequisite is select the table first and then select this option. So please be very careful. Then step 3, the table style will appear in the document. In fact, the table style will appear on the table that you have chosen for. You can modify the table style. In the table style option, you can select and deselect various options. Now, one very important and interesting thing is that the moment you place your cursor on any of the style, you can see the effect on the table. So you can just decide by placing the pointer on the table styles and watching it on the table, and then choose as per your requirement. Next is merge or split a cell in a table. Now this is a very important concept, children. Merging and splitting. Merging means combining two cells, and splitting means dividing a cell into two. This is the basic meaning of merging and deleting a cell. You can combine two or more cells in the same row or column into a single cell. This process is known as merging. So, then step 1, select the cells that you want to merge. Now this is again a requirement. If you want to merge cells, naturally they are more than one. So just choose or select both the cells and then activate the merge cell option. Under the table tool on the layout tab in the merge group, click merge cell. The two cells will be merged as one cell. So this way you can just merge two cells. Again, basic thing, you have to select minimum of two cells to merge. Do not try it by just choosing one cell and then trying the activity of merging. Merging means combining two or more cells. So be very careful about this. Next is splitting a cell, just the reverse of merging. In case if you have already designed a table but now you realize that you need to have two cells at a place where already there is only one cell or one block, in that case you go for the split option. Breaking up or dividing a cell into multiple cells is called splitting. To split the cells, what are the steps? Click in the cell or multiple cells that you want to split. Under the table tools on the layout tab in the merge group, click the split cells. Now it will, if you refer figure 13, it will ask you how many columns do you want or how many rows do you want. So accordingly you choose and then you can make use of the split cells. Enter the number of columns or rows that you want to split the cell into two and you will see the effect. Again I am reminding the children, the prerequisite is select the cells and then go for the option. Finally, deleting a table. Suppose you have designed a table but now you don't require that table in your document and you want to delete it. Place the cursor in the cell In the table, under the Table Tools Contextual tab appears in the ribbon. Click Layout, Rows, Columns, Delete and Delete Table. Now you could have done the same thing using the right mouse click also. Place the cursor anywhere inside your table, click on the right mouse, and then from here also you can just opt for the Delete Table option. Just now we talked about the same thing in the previous topic also. If you refer your book, you can just see as figure 9 it is mentioned on page number 175. You can do the activity by deleting the rows and columns one by one, or you can delete the entire table from here also. InfoByte: to move the table, click and drag the handle on the upper left corner of the table. In case if you want to resize, you can do it this way. Release the mouse button when the table is dragged to the desired location. To resize the table, click and drag the handle on the lower right corner of the table. Now, what is this handle, children? Whenever you select an object, you see small squares that appear on the margin of that object. Similarly, when you will select a table, you will see small squares around it at the corners. So they are nothing but the handles. Using that, you can simply move or you can simply resize the table. So once you just click and drag those handles, and when you release the mouse button, the table will be resized as per your chosen option. So this is all for today's session, children. Thank you so much.